people and welcome to this.
Tulog ka na?
Wow!
Huwag kayo maingay. Huwag kayo maingay pala. Screen doors. Recorder ako.
Bro, it's really hard to pronounce the heroes that you're creating, but Egglet, Prince Arthur, I think it is, okay? So here you can see him sitting right there, holding a glass of wine, I would guess, looking very royal. I mean, he even has statues in the background. That looks freaking amazing, okay? So here we have his storyline. I'm not gonna read that, but I'm gonna show you every single story image. If you wanna read it yourself, just go ahead and pause at any of these images and you can read it. But what I can say is that he has a rich family, okay? But you can see his move speed, magic power, and all of that. But we're just gonna skip ahead to the next image, okay? So here you can see how his animation is gonna look and how he will look in game. You can see him standing like that with one of his arms behind his back. You know why? Because he's so goddamn royal. I really like it. Looks really dope. A really cool thing, you can see this floating thing, and then it turns into a glass of wine. Well, of course it does. You can also gonna see that he is an assassin slash fighter, okay? His specialty is charge and burst, and here you can also gonna see his durability, offense, ability effects, as well as difficulty, okay? You can also gonna see how his image gonna look in the loading screen, as well as all of his icons right there of his skills, and you can even gonna see the passive right there looking really fun. And you know why the passive icon looks just like gold? Well, it is because it is gold, okay? Read this. Lutherberg's family, which I guess is his family, I'm not completely sure, I'm not sure why it says Lutherberg's, either way, owns a lot of empires and markets, and because of this, Egglet receives 10% discount to all items and 4% for his allies. He also receives gold 1.2 times the usual, so this is just really fun. So every single item in the shop actually costs 10% less for him, which I think is a very creative idea for passive. It also gives your teammates 4% discount of all of their product as well, which is also it's just so creative. I absolutely love this. He also receives 1.2 times the usual amount of gold. Does he get 1.2 gold a second or something like that, or is it like every time he gets a kill on a minion or something like that, he gets like 0.2 more, okay? I'm not completely sure. I guess it's every time he gets gold, but it's a really creative passive, okay? So here you can see how he would look in game. I mean, he looks very cool. I like how it looks in the game. He looks very royal, just because he has his freaking arm behind his back, okay? Here you have his first skill. So the skill is gonna be called Dual Deception, okay? Egglet dashes forward and uses his deception abilities to create duplicates of himself to a specific direction. When Egglet uses 4 diversions and royal defense, his duplicate will also do it in his location. This duplicate can't move and can't be targeted and lasts for 6 seconds. After casting this skill then becomes alternative deception for a short period of time. And then you can go and use this skill yet again. Egglet swaps location with his duplicate. He can use this skill again during the duration. When an enemy is nearby, his movement speed increases by 20% for 2 seconds. The skill returns to dual deception after the duration. So what I absolutely love about Breast is that he actually makes the skill effect. So here we're actually going to see how the skill would work. So when you're holding it, you will see you're basically placing 2 of these, deceptions of himself. You can see he actually jumps. It's very like Hayabusa's skill, as you can see. but instead of being 4, it's just 2. Okay, then he can go and swap places with these, which I think is really, really cool. And the enemies can't target these deceptions, but you can swap between them, and you get movement speed when enemies are close. And I think when you have used this first skill, and then you use your second skill or your ultimate, this deception will do the same, which I think is pretty cool. Then we have the second skill right here, which is going to be called 4 Divergent. Agilus becomes immune from controls and charges to 4 directions, dealing 200 points of physical damage, each charge to an enemy hit. Then his next basic attack will deal 180% of his total physical attack. So that is also a very interesting skill. So here you can see he's using his second skill. And then bam, you can see 4 of his clones right here, or whatever you want to call them, basically charges into the middle, which I really think is really, really cool. And I guess if you would have used the first skill before this, it would have been 8 clones, okay, which I really, really much enjoy. And I think when you're doing this, the clones disappears after using it. This says becomes immune to anything and dealing damage to anyone inside the 4 range in his skill. So that's really, really cool. We can see that Layla here is taking some damage from one of the clones. And then the only thing we have left is the ultimate, which is going to be called Royal Defense or Defiance. I honestly don't know. Aglet enters a state of defense, whatever. Stop bullying me. And becomes immune from all types of damage, including controls for 2.5 seconds. The skill immediately becomes triple royal strike within the defense duration. He can't move nor cast any other skills except for the triple royal strike. So the triple royal strike is basically the second state of his ultimate, which we have right here. Aglet creates a phantom of himself that charges to a designated location, thus leaving a track. During this defensive state duration, he can use this skill 3 times after the duration or after casting the skill 3 times. He charges to the track that he created, dealing 250 points plus 10% of the target's lost HP as physical damage for each charge to enemy hit. He then returns to his original position. And I mean, Resty, you are one creative person. So here you can go and see his skill. So this is how it looks when you're clicking. You can see it doesn't have a lot of range. Then you click it more, and then you can see he becomes immune right here. So you basically can't target him. You can't do anything towards him. Okay, you can basically not hit him. Okay, and then when you use it, then the ultimate becomes triple royal. And then you can see when he uses his wand, you can see you get this aim thing. And then you can see he jumps, okay? And you can use this 3 times. So you can see he jumped forward. Now he's about to jump to Layla. And there you can see he jumped through Layla. Now you can see he's about to jump one last time, and bam, that hits the second Layla. And I think when you use it for the last time, you actually go back to your first position, and then it will deal damage to all the enemies which is hit by this, which I think is really, really cool. And I think this image just looks very, very amazing. And you gotta keep in mind, when he's doing the triple royal, he's immune, okay, so you can't target him or whatever. And when he has, like, you know, done this ultimate, the enemies can't target him until he jumps back. I think this is such a cool skill. Just imagine everything you can go and do this. You can go and jump on people from a bush, and then just attack multiple at once, and then teleport back to your original location. I think that is very, very fun, and I really hope Mobile Legends will be doing at least one of these fan arts which Resty have made, and hopefully this one, because this is really, really awesome. And you know, Mobile Legends, you don't really have to do anything whatsoever. Rusty, all he wants is to make a hero, become an actual hero in the game. He has made all the skills, all the artwork, everything for you. It is really simple for you guys to contact him or whatever, and if you guys want to go do that, his Facebook page will be down in the description. Here you can also see what he will be saying in the game, which I think is really cool that he also made that. But guys, that was all for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. If you did, remember to like and subscribe. But I hope I'll see you next video, but as always, thank you for watching.